One of the most sensitive points in the relationship between parents and their children is how do the parents handle their children's friends and relationships, especially when they know they are not good for them. How do you take a graceful stand while not hurting their ego and not turning them into rebels? That is the context of my video today. This is Priya Kumar. I'm a motivational speaker and an author, and I'm here in Kovalam making this video for you. You will agree with me that everybody comes into our life to teach us a specific lesson. We learn lessons from the good people, and we also learn lessons from the bad people. Now look, having good people in our life, friends and relationships is a pleasure, and it's easy to recognize them. They are transparent, they mean what they say, they wish well for us, and we are generally productive around them and happy. And you will also agree with me that as grown-up adults, we still struggle with the bad ones. We're not able to recognize them. They come, they fool us, they take advantage of us, and no matter what your age, 40, 50, 60, some of us are still reeling with, how did I miss the signs? How could I be so stupid? How did I let that person take me for a ride? The truth is, we couldn't recognize them. The truth is, we didn't understand the modus operandi. The truth is, we're not tuned into the signal the negative people send us. And when should this tuning, when should this training start? From childhood. And life is the best teacher. Experience is the best teacher. So while you are watchful for the good friends and good relationships of your children, also be mindful for the bad ones, because the bad ones have come to teach them something that will stick around for their life. Don't be overprotective and shoo the negative ones away. It is easy to spot out the negative kids. They're still transparent. You can still see the difference. But it is when they grow up, your children will not have the tools to save and protect themselves. And maybe you will not be around then to save their lives. And please save yourself the trouble of repeatedly telling them, oh, he's not good for you and I'm telling you he's going to hurt you, or you're going in the wrong direction, or you're going to ruin your life. Words don't change people. Theories don't change people. Experiences do. Save yourself. They're going to land up hating you. They're going to land up not telling you things about their life. They're going to shut shop on you. What you need to do as a parent is, the minute you spot a negative friend or a negative relationship, tell your children, show them what the reality of that person is. That look, this person is good for nothing, not doing much, does not respect his parents, doesn't score well in studies, is not productive, and so on. The reality that you can see and the world can see, and perhaps your children can also see. Show them, bring their attention to the reality, and now total up the future of that person. And then leave the choice to your child. Do they want the same future? Do they want to end up where you and him can see that fellow is going to end up? And look, sometimes the angle with which you look at life is different from the angle that your children will look at. They have a different set of experience and they're standing at a different place. Respect that. If your children still feel no mama or no dad, this is the guy who is my friend, respect it. And what should your role be then? To stand there as a sentry guard, waiting for your son to come back home, because he will. In what condition? God save you, God save him. But you'll be there to welcome him when he does come back. The worst thing to expect from your children is to abandon their friends, is to leave that friendship, is to leave those people. How far do you think he will go in running away from people? It never works as children, and it never works as adults. You want to teach him to be a leader. You want to teach him to handle these people who are not good for him. A smart idea, one that will earn you a lot of respect, is to maintain the distance from the negative ones. Not to abandon them, but to limit the time that they spend with them. You have no escape from people who are not good for you and good for your project. They will show up at work. When your son grows up, he will be confronted with people like that. He can't go around abandoning them, but he has to learn how to keep his distance and his sanity, and to still continue on his path and allowing those people to continue on theirs. And that training starts early. And while you bring your children's attention to the friends and relationships that are not good for them, don't forget to bring their attention to the friends and relationships that are good for them. Show them the reality of those people, how nice, how productive, how helpful, and how achievement oriented they are, and what their future would be. Show them the difference between the two and the difference where they will land up. Teach your children the ability to see through people, to make great choices, and that cannot happen if you continually decide for them and if you continually choose for them. And sometimes it's important to get hurt, it's important to fall, and your job as a parent is to stand there waiting. All right, I knew it. You know, it's like teaching your son to ride a bike. He is going to fall. If you're not ready for that, don't get him the bike. And what are you doing as a parent? You're standing there with the Dettol and the doctor's number handy. But you know what? He will fall a few times, he will learn the balance and then ride on. People and life is like that. You will fall and fail a few times, you will get hurt, and then you will find the balance and you will ride on smoothly. Look, this world is filled with people that are good, that are not so good. I wouldn't really say bad, but not so good. People who are focused, people who are distracted, people who are on their purpose, and people who are off it. It takes two to tango. And you know what? Sometimes we are also on the other side, temporarily maybe, but nobody is perfect. The greatest gift you can give your children is giving them good judgment about people. And that comes with your allowance and giving them enough power to make their decisions, to get hurt, to fail, to fall, to rise again, to learn, and to come back as better people. So how do you handle your children's friends and relationships, especially those that you don't approve of? Well, allow them that decision and be the solid rock for them. Else you're denying them a very, very powerful learning for life, and they will land up vulnerable in life, continually getting hurt by people, continually being stalled, delayed, and set back, and not knowing what to do. The greatest pain comes from failed human relationships. It is better to fail fast and to fail early, and to learn and to move on while they're still young and impressionable, and while the stakes are still low. So do not get worried if your children have strayed. Be there. They will come back. They have to come back home still. There will be a time when they won't. Allow them this opportunity now. Don't worry, just be there. So I hope this helps. And while we're on human relations, I must tell you, I am so fortunate to have this connection with you. You are my group of like-minded people who inspire me and encourage me to stay on purpose to serve you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for this connection. So I will be back again next week making another video for you. And hey, do subscribe to my channel and like the video if you have. See you again. Bye-bye.